And we're live.
Tim will do it.
All right, fine. I guess Al, my sick ass, will introduce us. See how it is, Tim. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. This is Darkness in Dublin, Chakrivanti edition. And today we have Sergeant Michael of Cullen. And two of the other Chakrivantis that I can't remember their names at the moment.
Jackie and Sam.
That's right, Jackie and Sam. And the sergeant's been going about his work for the day, writing up tickets and stuff for parked cars and whatnot. And I guess we'll start there.
At some point during your work day, you see Jackie kind of leaning casually outside the police station when you're getting ready to leave.
Yeah, Sam is also chilling there on her phone.
Well, hanging up his book and whatnot, he comes outside and strikes up a cigarette. How are you two doing today?
Oh, we're just fine, sir. We're just fine.
That's good to hear. Do you need to speak to me on something, perhaps?
Oh, I do. We should definitely go to a not-so-public place. I suggest the Chantry.
I can get down with that.
All right. Well, I guess I'll meet you down at the usual place then.
Sounds fine to me.
And he's just gonna hop in his car and offer a ride to anyone that needs it.
Much obliged, sir. I will take you up on that offer, because I hate walking in my boots. This town don't make no goddamn sense.
It gets better once you get used to it.
I'm from rolling hills and mountains. This place ain't ever gonna make no damn sense to me. However, it does have some damn good meat.
Well, it's... Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, so Sam just said that she'll take his word on it.
As soon as they hop into the car, he's gonna drive slowly, bang the speed limits. So what's going on that you had to show up at a police station? What's cameras all about?
Well, cameras don't never pick me up if I don't want them to.
It's good to hear then.
The cloak of the Morgan is a beautiful thing.
I have no idea what that is, but I'll take your word for it. So I guess he's going to drive them to the Uthanatos residence?
Yeah.
Before hopping out, locking the car, and locking it after everyone else gets out, and then heads on inside.
Jackie looks at you and he goes, "Hey, look, man. Tire."
Yeah, in the back of the car. Why?
At which point he takes his blade out and he slams it into the front tire and deflates it.
Well, that just sucks now, don't it?
Well, at least I asked you to have a spare first. Come on.
All right, what's this about?
All right. We'll just break this down to brass tacks. Words has been leveled in your direction. Accusations, as it were, that you have transgressed against the wonderful order that we all belong to. Well, I don't belong to the same order. I belong to the same tradition.
I have
I
no
need to hear
idea
your
what you're
side.
talking about, so you're gonna have to tell me a bit more.
I got to hear both sides of the argument. Now, it has been said that you willingly endangered the lives of every tradition member here by breaking bread and having conversations with the technocracy. That true?
That's not true at all.
You did not use the phone Jinx gave you, make a phone call and leave 5 minutes of dead air so they could track your ass down?
I was trying to figure out what that phone actually was.
Did you leave the dead space on for 5 minutes knowing full well how those tracking magics work is the question I'm asking.
No. I have no idea how you could track a phone that's supposed to be untrackable.
Did you leave it on?
Yeah.
You still got the phone?
No. Broke it.
All right.
Just like any burner phone.
Okay. Did you go before the father and beg for clemency? Because that sumbitch don't seem like the lion type.
Of course, I'm Christian.
Seek shelter from the euthanatos and say that you would leave us.
I can't keep killing. You might have already seen it within me. But killing these people, it kind of wounds my soul, as it were. And I don't know how to get around that. And my mentor hasn't told me, and the person that trained me hasn't told me anything.
Oh, your mentor is well aware of the situation, and I'm about the only thing stopping your mentor from putting you 6 feet under, as I have got the job now.
So what,
Wanna
you're
speak
going to be my
plainly?
judge, jury, and executioner then?
Be your judge as to what needs to be done and how severe the punishment needs to be, because there will be punishment.
Listen, I delighted in killing that boy in a way that I shouldn't have. I
We ain't
delight in
supposed
the
to delight
idea
in
of
killing.
exactly, and yet no one's taught me how to do otherwise. Taught me a little bit about magic, a little bit about how mages operate, and that's it. Then left to fend on my own.
Samara, he was there when you saw him when he killed that boy. What did you see?
I saw impulse. And I saw a mistake. I wish I was quick enough to stop you, but I wasn't.
See, I don't call it a mistake to kill your enemies. Especially when that's what they're trying to do to you.
You ain't supposed to draw. Did you see him drawing joy from the action?
Now that is something I'm not sure of.
I'll ask the man himself. You said you enjoyed it, did you?
Yeah, I enjoyed killing him after he tried to kill us.
No matter what they have done, no matter what the wicked is, we do not gain joy from our duty. It is a passionless thing. It is a thing that must be done. It is a job. That's it. It is a load that we must carry. Now, if you can't carry that load, you really don't belong with the Euthanatos. That don't mean we're not going to take our pound of flesh with us. I can get you out. I can let you out. But it ain't going to be free. You willing to play the cost?
Considering I've been left to my own devices, I'm not sure what the difference is, to be quite honest. You're my friends and all, but I'm not really learning anything, and my mentor doesn't even deem to call me.
You did. You had a sister with you right there. You didn't ask what should be done. We are a tradition. We are not just the same way. We are people. We are bound by death. All of us. We have all experienced it. We all know what it's like. It emboldens us and gives us the measure, you see, of how to do what we do. Now, them other folk out there is just killing willy-nilly because somebody pissed them off, or somebody made them sad, or somebody's a this or a that, or wears a different color hat or whatever. We don't do that. We don't fall to those levels. Now, when we take somebody out, it's clean, it's quick, it's for a reason. That's what we're on the wheel for.
Well, I killed him as clean as I could.
Did you talk shit afterwards?
No.
No words were said before you killed him.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
Out of character, he totally did. If Michael wants to say otherwise, though, that's all.
No, he totally told him. It's nothing personal. It's only business.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, and then he pipes up and he goes, "Yeah, I told him it's nothing personal. It's only business."
But you lied to that man because you gained joy in taking out that individual.
Yeah, but he didn't need to know that.
It's not about the other person. It's not about the other person. It's about you. It's about what's going on in you. That's how our shit works. I might be a hayseed from the hills of Appalachia, but I know good and hell well some things you do and some things you don't do. You take a man out, you just take him out. You don't feel shit but recoil. You hear me?
I understand what you're saying. I truly do. But I still don't understand partially. I can hear you, but I don't understand you, if you catch my meaning.
Well, son, you have upset the balance, and a price must be paid. Now, if you ain't willing to take the load, I'll do it for you. I got no problem doing it. But it'd look a whole lot better if you did it.
I have a Thanatos lore. What is he talking about? Because I'm confused.
Out of character. When a Chakrivanti breaks the 8 spokes of the wheel, he is bound by his master, bound to his master. What the mentor student relationship is in the Euthanatos is they tell you what's what. If you ever do anything that is not what's what, they are the one that's supposed to kill you, take you out. However, there are lesser punishments that can be visited if the mentor thinks it's right, or if someone else has said this is the price.
Listen, I know I screwed up, and I tried to fix it by celebrating life and all that. But at the same time, that man tried to kill me and mine.
So, they got shit to do with you.
How do you divorce yourself from that, though?
You
Surely it
just
takes
do.
time to learn or something.
I've been studying on it since I was a boy. Understanding my duty was to take out the trash. That's what the I did believe. We're a bit contrary, as it were, but so is the rest of the Ethanatos. We understand that life is important and that death is important, but they're both equally important. You got to live a good life. You got to have a good death. You got to give a good death. Everybody deserves a good life, don't they? Why don't they deserve a good death?
Yeah, I can understand that aspect of it.
But here's the deal. You went through death. You know what the trauma was. You know what going over there is like. And you would send somebody over there with hate in your heart, with evil in your heart, with pride in your heart, with not compassion or self-control in your heart when you sent them over there. You're supposed to send them over there carrying only what they have done, their load. You don't put your load on them when you send them over there. You hearing me, boy?
I hear, and I understand a bit. But that bit's all that I understand.
You can't carry the load. You don't need to be one of us. But to get out takes a price. That oath that your master would kill you if you broke the wheel, that was the cost of getting in. That little death, that was the cost of getting in.
No.
There's a cost to get
Oh,
out.
no. Oh, no, it wasn't. That man did nothing to save me. That man did nothing to give me a death. Instead, I was found out and I was gunned down. It had nothing to do with him.
You weren't no.
I rise from ashes after being killed.
How you think you came back?
By my own soul, my own magic bringing me back.
That what you think?
That's what I saw.
That probably ain't what happened.
All I can tell you is what I know.
You ain't asked no question, did you, boy?
Yeah, I asked questions.
Who'd you ask?
No answer. I asked the form of death that was there.
That's death. He ain't got to tell you nothing. It's his realm. It's his house. You got sent there. You got to ask the person what sent you. You got to ask the people that's living, that's breathing, about what's going on.
So I got to ask
death
a
is
murderer.
death. It don't know nothing. No, your mentor is probably the only reason you're walking around. Doesn't matter who sent you. It matters who brought you back. You have died.
Out of character.
You see how twisted.
Out of character. 1 second. Like his mentor didn't bring him back.
You don't know that.
So the Ring of Truth, like he's not lying or anything. Like you can't hear him lying.
Well, he gets that.
I got an idea. Sam was gonna step up and say, I cannot say that I understand your pain, Michael, but well, I died in a similar way. A mentor didn't send me on my trip to the other side. Someone else did. Do you think any of... No. That is too aggressive. None of us find this easy. I don't know about Jackie. I cannot speak for him. But it is hard for me to move past the outrage and fury that I feel sometimes. But I have to get over that. Because there's a difference between justice and vengeance. Just as there is a difference between the blade of the wrathful and the blade of the righteous. I told you a long time ago, Michael, that it was okay to feel vulnerable and it was okay to not understand. I still stand by those words. You say you want to understand more, then we can do that. Jackie's right here offering that to you. One mistake doesn't mean that you're an awful person or an awful mage. What matters is that you overcome those mistakes, you learn from those mistakes.
So here's the thing. Like I said, it has been purported that you, on purpose, set the technocracy on your fellow mages. It has been reported that you attempted to betray the order to use Nanos. Not betray so much as run, go hide like a dog with his tail between his legs, go toward the celestial course.
I will deny all of the first. I will not deny talking to the celestial chorus, because killing and enjoying it is wrong. And there's an awful lot of killing that has to be done. And I don't know how to not enjoy it. Wasn't taught how. Wasn't taught much of anything, really. It's like sending a lamb out amongst the wolves. I don't have the skills that half of you do. I don't know as much as half of you.
Our order does not work the way everybody else's does. There ain't no defending yourself. There's you talking to your mentor and your mentor deciding what happens. So like I said, you want out, you can get out. There ain't no guarantee the celestial core is going to let you in.
I still will deny with all of my soul and my avatar and everything else within me that I tried to betray any of the mages.
Did you take the action?
Did I call them? Sure, I called them.
Did you leave the phone on?
Yes. That was for a different reason, though.
You do know how magic works, right?
A little.
You do know how technology works, right?
A little.
Okay, so
I was told by a virtual adept that it was untraceable, unhackable.
Yeah, but she didn't say nothing about magic, did she?
Well, she's a virtual adept. I expected her to have done something hokey with it.
You assumed. We do not assume.
Well, I didn't really have much time to question that phone. Kind of lost a leg and a place blew up.
These are things you can put outside your mind, but that ain't something you want to learn. Good death ain't for you, is it?
What now? I didn't hear you.
The good death, it ain't for you, is it? This life ain't for you.
Don't know. Haven't really been taught much about anything.
Right now, as you stand before your mentor, me, is this life for you or is it not?
Without training? No, of course not.
Ain't what I ask you. Yes or no? No preamble. Yes or no?
Yes, I think I can do this. But not alone.
I got your back if you're willing to play the price.
I was willing to pay a much higher price to save some sleepers, so I can do this. One of our own asked me to give myself up to the technocracy and die so that she could have her parents back.
Oh, she ain't none of ours.
No, but it's 2 sleepers and 2 people that shouldn't have to be tortured to death. And I was willing to do it.
I know that little girl, she ain't asked you to do that.
Are you calling me a liar then?
I know that little girl. I know you made some assumptions like you've been doing.
No assumptions. The
Samira, you was there. That would happen.
The virtual adept even said that if you speak those words again and try to do that, I'll assume that you're a technocratic spy and kill you where you stand.
Samira, you was there.
Now, from my recollection, at the very least, I know I at least just gave you the situation. Our plan at that time was essentially to find a way around having to give you up, because that wasn't in the cards for any of us.
And yet she still made the statement. How foolish or not foolish it is, she still made it.
That's fair. But at that point, she wasn't in control of the situation.
Because of how
get her parents, she wasn't in control of the situation.
Euthanatos is always in control of himself. Outside forces can influence it, but in the end, all decisions that he makes are based on his observations or the mission that he's been given.
My observation of that situation was that 2 sleepers had been caught and were going to be tortured horrendously if I didn't give myself up. And at the time, I thought that 2 lives are greater than 1 and was willing to do it.
Why ain't you off the sleepers? Pretty good shot, right?
No, I'm not a good shot.
Okay.
Not good with a knife. I have minimal combat training.
Oh. Ain't you a member of the Golden Chalice?
Yeah, I was tagged to be something great at some point.
Okay. Don't really matter much. Can't undo things. They didn't been dead. You got to pay the price to stay in the Euthanatos. You ready to pay it?
As long as you don't break my dagger, then sure.
I ain't gonna break your dagger. I'm gonna cut off your hand though.
You've realized that I work on the police force, and there'll be
That's,
questions that I can't lie about.
that's
And I'm
gonna be a
not
bit of
very
a
good at
problem.
lying.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a bit of a problem, ain't it? I suggest you take some convalescent leave.
Somewhat now?
I suggest you take some convalescent leave.
Yeah, but they'll still ask questions on how I lost a hand.
Figure something out.
I'm not good at lying, though.
Don't lie. Like, I don't know. I don't really care. Okay? You cause somebody to lose a hand, you got to lose a hand.
How'd I cause somebody to lose a hand?
Samara.
Because the phone that you left on was traced, a group of technocrats assaulted Maeve Sanctum, where there were a large number of mages and a sorcerer present. I believe you remember the sorcerer. Damien?
Alright, so they tracked me, and I've never been there. That don't make no sense.
Makes plenty of sense when you learn how magic works. That
The
phone
phone,
was encrypted by. Go on.
not only was the phone encrypted, but it was also on a network with all the other phones that Jinx had given us. By cracking yours, they had cracked everyone else's and was able to get into the network.
I don't understand all that technical jargon. So you're saying that they were connected like a computer connects at the office?
In a way, yeah. Apparently, Jinx had it set up like that.
That ain't a burner phone, then. That's the exact opposite.
It was meant for a semi-secure way of communication for us, but I figured you know how fast it is to trace a phone call, right?
Yeah, it takes several hours to trace a phone call.
Well, imagine someone with some awakened power behind it. And using their atman to reach across these networks. It can be done rather quickly.
He just kind of stares at you blankly because he really doesn't understand how any of that could be.
Look, the fact of the matter isn't really the. This isn't a technology lesson. I'd be willing to give those to you, but it's not what this is. The fact of the matter is, your phone was traced, everyone got compromised, it led to an attack, and Damien lost his arm. Emotions were high, and there were far more severe punishments that were on the table, but we didn't think that those would be necessarily just, considering.
Considering I had no idea what happened, or no idea that it could happen.
Down the hole is down the hole. You took the actions. Now I, as your mentor, have the final say in what happens to you. Though there are those above me which would prefer much more harsher punishments.
They want me dead, and they wouldn't teach me or train me.
You took the name, you took the game, son.
I did. I also was told that there was a mentor-mentee type thing that would go on. That didn't go on now, did it?
Took the name.
So what happens when a mentor reneges on his part of the contract? What happens then?
Yeah. That don't usually happen.
It's happened here. So what do we go from here after you take my hand?
Well, as I'm your mentor, I begin mentoring you.
What about the man before you?
There are those who will take care of him. If your pleas will be heard.
So nothing. Just like the real world. The
I
powerful
will
stay
take you.
powerful.
That's not how the world works in Aziz Nados. I will take you to a place where you will speak your words to someone. That person will then make a decision. Whereupon whatever happens, happens. It's for want of a nail, son. You ever heard that? For want of a nail?
For want of a nail, a house falls down.
No. For want of a nail, horse didn't get shoed. For want of a horse, message didn't get sent. For want of a message, the maneuvers were wrong. For want of maneuvers were wrong, the war was lost. It's little details that take us all out. Details we, as the United, are masters of understanding. It's all connected. It's all probable. It's all connected. That's the first thing that they teach us. We have to pay attention to the little things. We have to pick up the trash. That's our job. We have to see what the others can't and then just do it. It is a grudging, thankless duty that only one another understands. It is a dark and cold and silent and somber brotherhood, but it's what we got.
Then why do I feel so betrayed?
Because you weren't paying attention. As my mentor used to say, this shit is what happens while you're making other plans. I wasn't on the ball, Mike. You don't understand technology, yet you use a technological device to call people who are the masters of technology. Did that make a whole lot of sense to you? They're called the technocracy, even if you don't know shit about them. I'm a technology at the technocracy. That don't make a whole lot of sense, do it?
No, I really don't know much about them, other than they want to kill us.
You got good sense, don't you? They're the technocracy. They deal with technology. You use a technological device to contact them, and you left it on. They make a whole lot of sense when they go together, now do they?
Nope.
Even if you don't know boo about them, it was still kind of dumb, don't you think?
Emotions were high at the time.
That ain't the question I asked you. That is not the question I asked you. That was kind of dumb, wasn't it?
Looking back on it, sure. Got someone to lose an arm.
So, someone lost an arm. Now you got to pay that back. You pay that cost? Yes or no?
Sure. Get some tar. We'll do this old school.
I don't need no tar. I'm just going to pull some bitch off.
You see, now that's going to draw way too many questions. Having a stump will alleviate them.
You ain't going to feel nothing if it makes you feel any better.
That doesn't bother me too hell of a lot. I remember dying. I remember that pain. Can't be worse.
So once you lose this arm, you have a choice to make. You can stay in Euthanatos, or you can go with the Celestial course. Well, a lot of them don't like killing. Here's a sequence of events. If you decide to go that route, I will take your arm. You will go to a certain temple whereupon memories and understandings of Euthanatos practices will be removed from your mind. We will then deliver you the Celestial course, a clean slate, and they will impart their knowledge upon you. Easy peasy, Japanesey. Or you can accept your lesson, learn to adapt to your whole new armless life, and stay Euthanatos. But as you have stated, you have a real problem letting go of shit. You gonna be able to stay with the person and train another person and took your goddamn arm off, even though you don't think I should have?
Well, it's not your fault that you're having to be this judge, so no fault should be taken with you. Though I do have a real anger on the inside to the person that was my mentor before you.
You mad at somebody, are you?
Oh, mad doesn't begin to cover what I feel. Betrayed, mad, sad, whole lot.
I don't know if your mentor can be. I don't know if the mentor can be blamed because you ain't got no good sense.
You know, the whole teaching me thing, that was kind of a letdown. So,
Well, I mean, there's some shit that's just good sense. I mean,
they call them the technocracy, and no one tells me anything other than they have spaceships, which I learned.
if they got spaceships, what makes you think they can't track a cell phone?
I learned that right before I had my own leg cut off. So maybe I wasn't thinking in my right mind about that.
Did you get your leg back, son?
He looks down at it, kicks it. Kinda.
Okay. All right, then. Just saying. Throwing it out there. Leg's right there.
No thanks to him, though.
Be perfectly honest, you don't know exactly what strings he has been pulling for you because you ain't asked.
Out of character, actually, he has. He's been trying to get a hold of him and just hasn't.
Your master's on assignment. He's kind of busy right now. I checked. He cannot be reached at this time. I know. I tried. You can ask none of us. We was right here. The seneschal of this house is right here. Why would you ask somebody who's gone? We're all Euthanatos. You could ask any of us. Why didn't you?
I was told to scatter, to not come together for a while. So I've been on my own.
Who told you to scatter?
The Commandant.
He ain't a Euthanatos. He can't tell you what to do.
He can say what he likes to the other Etherites, but we need to stick together. It's why we've been staying together for the most part.
I told you, boy. Good sense. He's their boss. He can call them kind of shots. If you have a deep psychological and or supernatural and or psychological problem, you talk to the folk that got the same problems as you do. Us. We are right here. For want of a nail, boy. For want of a nail. If you had asked us, we could have helped you. Now I know I can be laconic at times, but damn, I was right here. We are the Euthanatos tradition. We are all mages. All of us got the same damn problems. Why wouldn't you discuss it with us?
Because I didn't want to bring whatever was hunting us down on each of your heads.
There's a goddamn war going on. All of the technocracies after all of us. Like I said, we all got the same damn problems.
I only thought that staying away would give you all a better chance of survival. Because when we congregate, that's magic in an area.
Ain't your call to make. We signed up for this shit when we joined the damn order. That means every other Euthanatos is connected to us from way back when till now. All the way back to India and some odd. All of us together in an unbroken chain since back then. Whether you're Knight of Rhadamanthus or you're goddamn Dead, we're all Euthanatos. We are all connected by the death and the lives that we have lived. Now, in those deaths and in those lives, there's a whole lot of damn wisdom. At least there should be. So when you have a question, you goddamn ask it. You do not go off half-cocked. You do not plan. You do not run off. You do not say, well, I think this is a great idea because somebody who don't mean nothing to me told me to do this damn thing. You don't do that. That's what we got each other for. This whole shit don't work.
I figured that since he was a master mage, he knew something about what was going on.
You know, I thought the same thing about old people till my granddaddy told me that dumb people get old too.
All life is precious, not necessarily all life is smart.
I'm not saying you can't talk to these other mages about shit, but I'm saying how many of them is outside? Well, hey, my master killed me, or hey, I died. It's a big deal. No, you know, kind of died. You guys have a truck with that? No, they can't really have that conversation, but we can. Want to talk about killing somebody we didn't like or killing somebody in a weird place? Yeah, we can talk about that because that happened to us. Want to talk about the wheel? Want to talk about addiction? Want to talk about weird Sanskrit words that don't make no goddamn sense to nobody else? We got you. Do you understand, boy?
I understand that I don't know hardly anything. And that it's through each other that I'll learn something.
You said you ain't want to be Euthanatos no more. Partially letting you out of the whole damn thing.
I wanted out because I wanted someone who would actually train me, actually teach me. And that
Try
wasn't
this
happening.
again. You want out, yes or no?
No, not if I'm getting training.
What sort of training is you looking for?
I can't kill hardly anything that isn't already down and dying. Full stop.
Well,
I'm not very stealthy. My area of expertise lies in counter-terrorist agendas and how to use unconventional warfare to the best of our ability.
so why you think you
I'm
got
real
to be
good
a
at that.
killer then? Why you think you got to be a killer then? Where is it written we got to kill folk?
Oh, see, doesn't it mention that the euthanatos have to be able to give the good death?
No, it says that if we do kill, we're supposed to give the good death.
Yeah, like the good death is just it's the most popular way of fixing the wheel. There's other ways of doing it.
It ain't written nowhere we got to kill nobody. You can be a damn pacifist if you want to.
That's why I haven't really killed anyone yet.
I, on the other hand, am rather good and very nonplussed about taking other folks' lives.
Oh, that's him.
Don't bring me no joy. Just don't bother me none. You ain't me. You ain't Samira. You're Mike. You do this the way Mike does it. You want to be a counter-terrorist? Well, then you can organize surgical strikes and get dark intelligence and gather it and give it to folk that go do bad stuff or whatever. Help the order however you can. You ain't got to kill nobody. Apparently you wanted to, so you did.
Part of the reason I killed him is I didn't want him to die slowly on that battlefield. That wasn't a good death. That was just pain and
That is
kind of
not
torture.
what I heard. That is not what I heard.
I enjoyed killing him, all right? I did. But there was the part of me
No,
that didn't want him to,
that should
like,
have been all there
fully
was.
die.
That should have been all there was. But it wasn't, so you did it wrong. You don't want to kill people, don't kill people. Ain't written nowhere where you have to.
I really didn't like it, to tell you the truth.
Party
Not
you did, or
afterwards. Not afterwards.
party you
Afterwards,
did, or
I
your
felt like a
stomach.
shitty person.
Well, that means you did it wrong, and you ain't supposed to do it like that. Now, I have done instructed you. I can teach you all you want to, but I can't understand it for you. And you don't understand the first thing about being euthanatos. Hell, I'm an I did, and I understand more about it than you do. I mean, let's just keep it real, brass tacks, as it were. I'm not trying to be insulting, sir, but this is what's been going down.
And I understand that.
You've been fucking up left and right and center. Because you don't ask questions and you don't pay attention to the smallest details, which is what we're supposed to pay attention to more than any other order. It's kind of our gig.
I thought our gig was keeping the wheel turning, though.
The devil's in the details, son. Trying to teach you a way to approach it so it's not too big for you. The whole good death thing is a concept that's fucking with your head. So I'm trying to bring it down to where you can grasp it. Entropy is the details. It's the little ticks that go along, make the clock go. It's those little choices that people make. Those small things between. More so than even all that quintessence and all that prime shit we're talking about. It's just there. See? But until somebody does something with it, takes the action, that creates a cycle. Creates the wheel turning. Choices. Wheel don't turn without choices. They say life goes on, but life don't go on without choices. Left or right, up or down, in or out. Choices. We call that probability.
Michael kind of gets an aha moment. Like the saying about the butterfly across the world.
Yeah, all that bullshit. That's what this is. Man walks in, a man's pissed off at something. He either kills his wife or he gets right with himself. We're there in case he goes through door number 2.
I can dig it. I think I'm starting to understand.
Now you had a choice at the moment when you pulled your pistol out and put it in that man's face when he was on the ground in front of you. When he was at his weakest, you had a choice. You could have put him down, cold and clean, or you could have felt some type of way about it and uncertain and stopped and had somebody else take care of it. And you didn't. You see where you done wrong?
I let emotion get to the best of me.
Self-control, part of the wheel, 8 spokes. The other aspect, you admit to yourself that you are not savvy with technology. You don't know how the shit works. I don't know how the shit works. But you fucked with it anyway. Tried to do something that you don't know how to do. You didn't act somebody. You didn't get back up. You went half-cocked, tried to do something on your own, which you didn't understand. Do you admit that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did you specifically ask how the phone worked before you used it? Yes or no? Or did you just accept on the word of somebody else, which I can understand somebody doing, that it was a thing? You didn't ask how it was a thing. They said it was a thing, and there it was for you. That was enough for you to endanger all of us. You didn't know how it worked. You admit you didn't know how it worked?
I did not know how that technology worked.
Yet
I took it by faith.
No. You made a decision in ignorance. We do not make decisions in ignorance. That's how people die. If you don't know how to do something, go ask somebody who does. If you are unsure of something, go ask somebody. I don't care who it is. Just make sure they're smarter than you are. That's it. That's the lesson. Don't make decisions in ignorance. Because the first thing we learn is how to see those little choices as they make the wheel turn. For want of a nail teaches you exactly how entropy or whatever you want to call it works. The more complex the machine, the more complex, more little pieces and choices it has. Since a human is the most complex of machines, well, you take my meaning, son.
I understand you.
Samira, have I been fair?
Sam does take a moment to think. And she'll say, based on what I've seen here, in the face of a lot of, let's be honest, politics,
Mm-hmm.
you're giving them an out, and you're giving them an option to stay in as well with the punishment, but you want to help him to make sure he understands what he's doing here. I'd say that's fair given the context with all the politics removed.
Also, you're freaking out. I understand that. But here's the thing. She said punishment. She never said lasting punishment. Details, son. Details.
She nods, points to Jackie.
Do you take my meaning, son?
I understand you.
Let's pretend that I'm stupid. What do you understand?
That I must be punished, but that punishment need not go on for all eternity.
And what does that mean? And what does that mean in the context of this particular situation?
That the punishment doesn't have to be final.
God damn it, you're as dumb as a brick. I'm gonna cut your goddamn hand off. I'm gonna find somebody to grow it back.
But if you take my hand and keep it, it will rot, won't it?
No.
You just not know how magic works?
Not really, no.
What was that, Sam?
No, I can explain it. I suppose.
Go ahead on.
Okay. In the same way that Kali takes life and wreaks destruction, Shakti also grants us power and life, and she thinks about the next word. I suppose fertility, but it's not necessarily the best word. By calling upon her, you call upon the gods to create something new. Sometimes create something from nothing. But it'll take a bit before that's a possibility, at least for us here. Does that help or no?
Not really. I don't understand anything that has to do with, what do they call the life sphere again? They have a special word for it. I can't remember it now. Insert word here, meaning life sphere. I don't understand anything about it, to be completely honest.
Then think about it. I'll try to rephrase it in a way that's more palatable to followers of Christ.
I got Hoobajube that heals your hand and makes it grow back. I promise.
Yeah, that's also a very simple way of explaining it. How God created Eve from Adam's rib.
Yeah.
It's somewhat similar to that, calling upon the at least a small amount of the power of creation that your God has in order to create something else. In this case, something alive or part of something alive.
I think I can grasp at what you're saying. You can grow a new hand or have one
Yes,
made.
grow a new hand. Too long didn't breathe.
But you got to earn it.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
Just takes off his jacket and like rolls up the sleeve to his
Out of character, Tim, how much is it at the elbow, right?
I thought it was from the shoulder.
Okay, cool.
We can just say we cut off as much as was needed,
Yeah.
and we'll work it out later.
I can keep it alive with life magic.
Yeah. Oh, can Jackie can do that? Yeah.
Jackie's got life 3.
Okay. Yeah. No, Jackie can do that. It'll be alright.
You gonna be all right, Matt? Now, before I do this, I want to know: you gonna go or you gonna stay? Because I know for a fact, Special Course will give you a mentor. They will give you somebody who can explain you things in the ways of the white Christ, which is seemingly directions you're focused on. But I swear to God, you go rogue with them, I'll take your life my damn self.
I'll stay.
Why? This
Only
place has
family I
nothing for
got.
you. Psst. You ain't trust us before. Why you trust us now?
It wasn't that I didn't trust you. I thought staying away would protect you.
I look like I need your protection.
He just gives him like a smart ass look. Well, since we're at war, any protection's better than no protection.
Well, hold on. Are
And
you?
at the time, I didn't know any better.
Well, then, if Jackie is cool with me asking, I should probably ask this: are you here for protection, or are you here because God directly told you that you needed to do this?
God ain't ever talked to me. Not in the ways we talk here or anything like that.
Boy, you ain't got no
Since,
faith.
yeah.
You have any faith, boy? Any?
Hard to have faith after everything you've seen, but I have some.
We'll see. I got a 3-strike policy. And you will cut ties with the Golden Chalice because you don't deserve the name. Do you accept these rules?
I'm not the one who sought out the Golden Chalice, so I don't know if that's my decision to
That
make.
is not an answer. Do you accept these rules or not?
I do have a question. What happens if they approach me after this?
They won't. I'm the boss now. You'll be all right.
Yeah, if anyone throws hands at you, they're going to be throwing hands at Jackie.
I can abide by these rules then.
I am not your buddy. I am not your homie. I am not your friend. I am your mentor. When I talk, you listen, and I don't want to hear nothing but yes or no. Can you abide by those rules?
Yes.
Good job. You're learning. Then he cuts your arm off.
Oh, damn!
Like he basically takes the karambit and surgically, like while you're awake, keeps you awake using life magic and cuts your arm off.
Damn.
Damn it, that hurt, didn't it?
I was hoping I wouldn't get blood on my shoes.
Damn it, that hurt, didn't it?
Yeah.
Not as much as dying, but yeah, of course it hurt.
I don't know. Is Michael still able to talk coherently?
I'll spend a willpower to be fine.
Jackie uses life magic to flood your system with endorphins so that you're cognizant the whole time, but you still felt it.
Yeah.
He then staunches the bleeding and makes it so that it's alive, and he puts it like in a bunch of ice.
Yep.
Sam, I need you to get this to Mora quick, fast, in a hurry.
You got it. Do you need help keeping him alive?
He'll be all right.
Alrighty. And yeah, Sam's gonna go ahead and get the arm over to Maeve's place. I'm just declaring that end scene. That way it ain't no problem.
Now, we're going to slowly but surely get you back a working appendage. Okay?
Sure, I've got time saved up.
That's not the answer that I want. What'd I say I wanted to hear from you?
Yes.
Good job. Now you go lay down for a bit, okay?
No, and walks over to the coffee machine.
See? You're learning. I think we're good.
Same.
All right. Thank you for watchers for watching. Thank you for players for playing. And remember, sympathetic magic is a thing.